Codemasters' third Formula 1 game sees the series finally find its feet. A wider range of game modes gives you much more to do, while great care has been taken to ease newcomers into the game. F1 2012 doesn't capture the magic that surrounds the sport, but makes up for it with the best on-circuit action the series has ever seen. The game opens up at the young driver's test in Abu Dhabi, a short tutorial that introduces you to the fundamentals of the sport and the underlying mechanics of each race. Though skippable, you do need to complete the tutorial to play career mode, but it's short enough not to irritate seasoned racers, while also acting as a crucial stepping stone for newcomers, something that was sorely lacking from previous games in the series. Once you complete the test and the game opens up, there are a range of modes for you to play through that are much more varied than previous F1 games. Season Challenge consists of 10 Grand Prix weekends, with 5-lap races and one-shot qualification, where you have a single lap to set a time. Races in this mode have you battle for higher position than your chosen rival, win 2 to 3 races against your rival, and you're offered a contract with his team. Time Trial mode returns, and Time Attack has you competing for medals against ghost times on specific tracks, while a new mode, Champions mode, pits you against this season's 6 former champions in unique race scenarios, culminating in a 7-car race at the soon-to-be-unveiled Circuit of the Americas.
We're on the final laps of the Silverstone Grand Prix, and Jenson Button leads from a fortunate Felipe Massa in second and Sebastian Vettel in third. Jenson took the lead from his teammate just before the safety car incident, but can he hold on to this without pitting? I think his teammate sitting in 9th could do this. Safety cars coming in, the hunted turns hunter.
Sadly, Grand Prix mode has been cut, meaning stepping into the shoes of your favourite F1 driver is limited to quick race only. Career mode returns in largely the same form as previous years. You begin as part of a low-level team and move your way up the F1 ladder by meeting different sets of objectives. Changes to the length of race weekends on offer, the addition of one-shot qualification, and improved R&D objectives and practice sessions help to keep this experience engaging. Gone are the Parc Ferme interviews and first-person navigation, instead replaced by glossy menus that show important information up front. This streamlined interface is a welcome change, but the familiar in-game emails and paper clippings do little to make F1 2012 feel any more authentic than previous titles. But while F1 2012's presentation fails to replicate the spectacle that surrounds the sport, thankfully the same can't be said of the on-track action. Racing in F1 2012 is thrilling regardless of where you are in the track. Fighting for position is better than ever, and improved AI ensures that close encounters with other drivers are rarely as problematic as in previous games. In fact, getting caught in a pack of cars is a delight, and the satisfaction of finding gaps to sneak through keeps you thoroughly engaged with the action. An improved suspension system helps to alleviate the often wild cornering of F1 2011 too, making throwing yourself around corners a pleasure. A new dynamic weather system, which allows for different weather on different areas of the track, means managing your race strategy is even more critical than before, but thankfully this year's engineer does a much better job of communicating relevant information about what you should be doing.
Line Kimmy up for a pass, but do not make contact. No contact.
As ever, a broad range of driving assists are at your disposal, and rules and flags are more forgiving this year too. Illegal overtakes now offer a short window for you to hand the place back. An automatic slowdown on run-off areas means you're less likely to cut corners this time around. Buried in the race selection screens are detailed hot lap tips for each circuit, courtesy of former driver and Sky Sports analyst Anthony Davidson.
Coming around the last corner to start your lap, open up the DRS if in qualifying or in the racing situation, down the main straight towards turn 1.
These are well worth watching once you find them. Improved visuals and new lighting effects augment the authenticity of the driving experience, but the audio has been given a more substantial upgrade. Wind roars past on the straights, the sound of groaning engines bounces off Monaco's structures, and packs of heartbreaking cars shriek across the landscape. It's not just for show either. The sounds of nearby shunts and your car bottoming out allow you to react to race situations faster. Split-screen races can be played as duels or against AI competitors, but if you fancy something more long-term, the fantastic Co-op Championship allows you to play with a friend in either split-screen or online. Wonderful fun if you have somebody to play with, but as in previous games, quick online races with random players are chaotic affairs with racing incidents galore. F1 2012 finally delivers on the promise of the first 2 Formula 1 games. New modes allow you to play in short bursts, while career has enough depth to keep you busy for some time. More importantly, the tools are now in place to allow newcomers to get the grips with what can be a rather complex sport. And though the presentation could do with some refining, F1 2012 pulls through where it matters most, on the track. There's no question this is the series' most realistic representation of the sport yet, one that will please fans and newcomers alike.